Steps to the caber.
Yeah, we're doing Highland Games live. We're actually live right meow.
And the athlete has to go all the way down to the ground.
So we generally do
balance it.
So we do various pro competitions with it.
Run
what we're trying to do is we're kind of perfecting our.
So what they're going to do is they're going to carry that
so
caber,
and
as they run, they're going to
get some angle
try
reps,
and get the top of the caber to begin moving forward. As soon as that caber begins to move forward, they're going to stop
in the feed after
and
every
pull.
event, so it's not just
and when
9 hours.
When the caber leaves their shoulder, they want to be pulling
and go. So
that's good.
Okay, so if they've got enough.
I'll pass 20 feet.
Speed on the caber.
I like the confidence, Jeremy.
And they pull at the right time, it's going to turn over. Now they're going to try and get the part that's in their hands to turn over the top part. And if they get it to turn over, they get judged like a clock face with 12 o'clock directly in front of them, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock being the worst that they can get on a turn. And if they don't turn it, they get judged by degrees, the amount of degrees that the top of the caber or the head of the caber comes up off the ground. So there you go. So you've heard about the caber and how it's scored like a clock face. If you've got a digital clock, you're screwed. Forget about it. What these young gentlemen are doing over here, these are the masters over 50. And they're going to try and toss this simulated bale of hay up and over a bar. Okay, and they're going to use a pitchfork to try and do that. Over here in front of Clan Montgomery, we've got the young masters, the fellas 40 to 49, and these guys are going to throw the weight over bar. And they're throwing 42-pound weight up and over bar. Each athlete has 3 attempts at each height. If they miss all 3, then they're stuck. They're not moving on. If they make it, they are moving up. All right, we got our first caber up right now.
Hey, Phil.
Here we go.
Man, looks very.
Looks like Eric Jenkins.
Saggy.
Looked to me about a 45-degree. I'll go check.
Scrape on the ground is like sticking Highland Game.
Now, the more noise you make, the better these fellers do. All right, 70 degrees.
I don't know what I'm going to come in at.
Turn over there.
Should I just come in at 22? What do you think, Aaron?
All right.
Good talk.
Talking on the beach. We're also on live right now.
We got our first lady on
the
the
sheaf
caber,
bag's
getting
really
ready to
shitty
go.
today.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull a Shane. Oh.
Should I pull what?
Hey, Travis. Travis can get Shane to come in at 30.
Madeline is up on the caber for the ladies.
Shane bombed out.
18 years old. 15.
To Travis.
Just started driving.
What are you coming in at?
Got a drop on the caber.
Whoa, that was high.
Should I go 22 or 24?
Long. How's the balance on that one? How's the
Probably
balance?
24 because you throw it high.
Yeah,
Lower
but the bag's
balance?
shit.
Top heavy? Okay.
Do you think you could clear 24?
I don't fucking know. It's just such a shitty bag.
All right, we got another B getting ready on the caber.
It's so floppy. It's like
It's not tight. There's no like, and it's not even
that
worn
bag
in.
could be half the size.
Not the best idea.
You bombed out before.
Mr.
So.
Chaos.
Oh my God! He said it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know, jump sharp.
I've beaten you before, so it's no.
That's what she said.
I'm not coming at 24. Dude, there's a Ferris wheel here. What are we doing?
Dude, imagine
All
we
right,
got all
we
our
got
fat asses
another
on that
caber
Ferris
going on the other side. It's one of the ladies. All right, folks, we got a caber up and a caber down. Looks like they chose some awesome cavers. Here we go. All right, this is Chad for the Bees. John Allen toting the ladies' caver for him. All right, Chad's got it, but he's got a little bit behind him. He's got to drop his hips, drop his shoulders, and pull his hands in. There he goes, starting his run. And a big pull, there he goes. Judge Bean says 11:50.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi. I don't think we have any viewers yet. What's going on, everyone?
All right,
this is Aaron
Joanna's
here.
got a caber up for the ladies.
Highland Games
None of the
live.
figures
We're in
underneath
Greenville,
it.
South Carolina at the
But a
Galbraith
good
Highland
attempt
Games.
anyway.
So there we go. That's our first tug at Amateur
All right,
A
back
Sheaf.
over to the
They're throwing a
bees.
16-pound bag today. I believe the starting height is 22 feet. So we're going to kind of mess around with some different angles on this, try and figure out which one's going to get the action the best. That is the thing with Sheaf. It is not necessarily known as fast-paced, but we'll keep the feet in and hopefully
This
we'll see
is
some cool
Clint
stuff.
pulling way late. Now you can tell if they pull late because the caber's going to dive directly into the ground. Okay, if they pull early, it's going to get shot up like a rocket. Too high or too late. All right, we got a ladies caber up.
Hey, Willie!
Looked like she had a little trouble keeping hold of the caber.
Yes, I can.
All right, one of the stars of the game today, Abraham Lincoln. If you're wondering what's under the hat, it's a Dos Equis. All right, come on, folks, this ain't golf. Make some noise for Abraham Lincoln. All right, he's got the caber up. He's got to do a little bit of the caber dance here. To get control of it, he's running, and he loses it. We call that a drop.
All right, here we go. First attempt here. There you go. Nice and easy. It's actually a great pull. Let's take a look with this. It's like here.
This young lady stepping up. This is
So
her
the viewership
first
can
game,
see. All right,
first
so
time ever on
I don't get to
a
hang
caber.
out with everybody on this one because the angle that we have to
Needs some
get. But
encouragement, folks. Let's
here
cheer
we are.
on.
We're in Greenville, South Carolina, following the Amateur A competition. They have a 16-pound sheaf today.
I
They've
don't know
all
if you can
opted
see
to
the
come in
face of
at
all the
22
athletes
feet.
over here.
And here we go.
To let that caber drop and not get out of it, but we were scared for her clavicle.
All right, we got Jason Carver. This is his first Amateur A Highland Games, coming in at 22 feet.
This young man down in Myrtle Beach.
There you go.
His first game.
Little bar bump,
he's
up and
ready to
over.
go. Second
That's all that
game.
matters.
James Lucas.
We have Jonathan here, so I believe after the first 4 events, we have Jonathan in first place overall, leading by points. He is coming in here with the 16-pound sheaf at 22 feet. So he throws goofy. He throws with his right hand by the sheaf
All right,
fork.
we got a good pick and
Up
good
and over.
control from James
Said he'd rather be
Lucas. Here we
lucky
go. Make
than
some
good.
noise.
We coming in at
24.
sitting here chatting with Mr. Garrett
45
Blackneck,
degrees
coming
for
in
James
at 24 feet. So he's going to pass the first height. That's one thing you can do in height events is you can actually pass on opening heights. A lot of times you do that to conserve energy, or you feel confident enough that the rest of the field is coming in low. and you conserve that energy for the upper heights.
Using
The higher
spin
heights.
technique, didn't quite get
There
over
goes
the
Josh
bar.
up and over nice and easy.
Yeah, hung up in the ropes. Hey John, you guys might want to redo that bar. That bar's a little off now.
All right, we got Jason on deck here. So I found out Jason was actually a javelin thrower. I believe at some point he was throwing in an Olympic qualifier. So those javelin guys are pretty explosive, pretty great athletes. And he clears 22 feet real easy, real nice. All day you can tell he's been really snappy, really explosive.
Connie Raymond.
His stones, he was real good at the final push with weights. He did a good job at keeping that separation at the front of the trig. So he's done a good job today, so it's interesting to see what he might do on Sheaf.
That barbecue you cooked us, John. All right, Ace is up next. Ace has been having a good day all day.
Let's go, Ace!
Ace has got a few friends over there in the A's division.
Just a reminder, you are watching Highland
All right,
Games
folks.
Live, brought to you by
The more noise you
throwbros.com.
make, the happier you'll be all day.
We got
Let's hear
JW
it
taking
for
his first
Ace.
crack at 22 feet. Little off to the left. He was a little shallow on his drive down on the right, let it travel left, and just came off the fork early. So once again, throwbros.com. Check us out for all your throwing needs. We have toss and sauce tacky, chop, tape. We just released implements, and we've had quite a rush on those. We're actually pleasantly surprised. I have 2 of them myself, and they're great implements. So we have a gentleman out of Kansas making them, doing a great job, Thomas. So here we go, Daniel Goulet taking his first crack at 22 feet with the 16-pound sheaf. Now he does what's called a spin technique,
All right, Vicky, coming up.
which you can see works well for him. I believe Daniel at one point held the lightweight 16-pound sheaf world record. Hey, Daniel, is the world record still yours? No, well, it's not his, so everybody boo at him. Boo! Boo!
Vicky is half the woman she
What is it
used to
now?
be and looking great. We are
37.
so proud of her.
And so like you saw, Daniel, he's really good at spinning. I have attempted it. It's not pretty. So we have Willie Danzer up next, his second attempt at 22 feet, 16-pound sheaf. He missed his first attempt, seemed a little off.
Vicky, good control.
But again, Willie has been here plenty, so hopefully he
She's ready to
can
go.
pull out nice and
You
easy.
got it, Vicky. Come on, make some noise, folks. Come on, girl.
Up and over, nice and easy.
All right.
That's one of the things you hate to miss in early height on your first attempt, but that's how it goes. Now, when you think about it, when it gets later down in the series here, if you tie heights with other athletes, they go back to attempts, and if you have misses, that counts against you. So we have JW up here, taking his second attempt at 22 feet.
So, Vicky's coming out of Georgia, and Vicky has dropped over.
Come on, J-Dub!
Pounds. And Vicky losing all that weight. How is that? Number one, how did you do it? Number two, how does that affect your throwing?
Nice and easy.
Watching
The difference between his first throw and his second throw, he really got on that right side the second time, drove it down, and then pulled from the right. Instead of letting the sheaf bag travel to his
Great
left,
job. We look forward to
he kept it
seeing
on the
you
right
turn
and
this
started that
favor.
pull further on the
Christine's got
right.
a drop right there.
So Jeff Crouch is
Looks
walking
like
up to the sheaf
athletic
standards. They're
director
going to go ahead and
is
go
still
up, I
great
believe, to
favor for the ladies.
24,
In the meantime, looks
25
like the
feet. I'm not sure if they're
bees
going
have
up by
broken that
twos or
caber,
by threes, but
and they
they're
broke
going
out
to the next height.
The caber fixing team and their technical equipment. Looks like a big roll of duct tape to me, but what do I know? I'm not a caber fixer. Gorilla tape. Where's the monkey? All right. All right, first games for this young lady right here getting ready to throw. She's gonna need all the encouragement she can get. Got a big, nasty caber, about 16 feet, weighing about 70 pounds.
All right, we have Garrett Blatnick. He opted to come in at 24. Hey, Jeff, we looking at 24?
John, do you remember the first time?
24.
The first
So
time
Garrett passed
you
on the
got
first
all the way
height
down
of
to the
22,
bottom
came in
and
at
your
24.
shoulders about 2 feet from the
Garrett's got
ground.
this
You
by a
remember how
mile.
scared
Let's see
you
how
were?
he does.
Tell us
Nice and
about it, will
easy.
you?
Up and over. Easy pull, low
Is that what your
effort.
first caber was
Story of
like,
his
John?
life. There you go. Daniel banking one over.
All right, here we go. We got gorilla tape on the caber and a monkey on it. So here we go. The monkey ready to go.
All right, we have Willie Danzer up next. This is his first attempt.
We got one turn
At 24
speed,
feet,
but the monkey's
16
ready to
pound
go.
sheaf.
Come on, big man. Here we go.
Here at the
There
Galbraith
it is.
Games in
It's
Greenville,
over.
South Carolina.
That is a 12 o'clock. Perfect toss for the monkey. Now listen.
And Willie pretty
from what
shallow
I
on his drive
understand,
there.
That monkey right there is a
Started
direct
pulling more from
descendant
the
of
left.
Curious George.
It just caused it to come off early.
It's true. DNA.
I'm gonna bust his chops about that. It was a lazy pull. He didn't drive down hard enough. It was lazy Willie. But he's good for plenty. He'll get this in the next try.
All right, this young lady coming up right now did a real good job in the sheaf.
Next up, we have Justin Blatnick, his opening height at
Rachel
24
is a
feet,
goat farmer
the 16-pound
coming all
sheaf.
the way from Florida.
I don't believe that was over. It's kind of hard to tell from here. I believe it was not over, just a little outside the left upright. I'm sure Justin's frustrated. He is actually a phenomenal sheaf thrower. And we've said this quite a few times that the Southeast really has some great sheaf throwers. With a 16-pound sheaf, if you're not clearing 30, 32 plus feet, you're not winning the competition. You're lazy on your right, meaning, oh wow, on your drive down, you're letting it travel to your left. You're pulling fine. Just keep it on the
All
right
right, here we
longer.
go.
Make sure
Come
you're
on, girl,
pulling
pull
from
it
right.
in.
Was all.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you look, it was traveling to your left. I called you lazy
Who's
on
up next for
camera.
the men?
Yeah, at least you're not a liar.
I told you, you know this at least. All right, having a little sidebar chat there with Mr. Willie Danzer. He was asking why the last one came off early, and like I said, it was a lazy pull. He didn't stay on his right. So next up, Jeremy Wallace, taking
All
his
right,
first
Steven
crack at
Fan
24
Club, Let me
feet.
know that he's up next. Come on, Steven, here we go.
Up and over, nice and easy. Good first pull.
18-foot, 135-pound caber these guys get to play with today. Come on, big man. Butt out, head down. Here we go. Pull. There you go. 12:45 for Stephen. I don't know if you can see his hands, but it's a verse from Ephesians.
All right, next up we have Jason Carver.
Says I can do all things. through
Just
Christ
enough
who
gas in the
strengthens
tank
me.
right now, or not enough gas in the tank rather. Hit the
Dancing
bar,
with
knocked it
Caleb.
down.
There we go.
He's still gonna have two
Who
more
cares
attempts.
about Dancing with the Stars? All right, back to the ladies.
Hey Gwen, you wanna break my tripod? Yeah.
All right, this is Samantha getting ready with the caber. This is her first time on the caber.
All right, so we have Jonathan Harding up, taking his first attempt, 24 feet.
John Owen getting ready on the sheaf.
And it hooked on him a little bit, but he had enough oomph on it to get it up and over.
Highland Games since 1979. Started at the age of 26. That tells you how old John is.
Like, am I being pissed off or is that right? All right, so we're sitting out here at Furman University for the Greenville Highland Games, and we're having some clouds roll in. We're getting a little moisture. We're getting some sprinkles now. I'm sure there's a lot of wind in the mic right now. We do have I guess a wind muff, whatever the hell it's called, on our shotgun mic. So hopefully there's not too much distortion coming through there, but we are getting a little bit of weather here, and it's starting to sprinkle just a little bit.
I don't know if you guys saw that. John Allen's holding the caber for the young lady, telling her to walk up. She said, no, come to me.
Just keep it on there.
Yeah.
Because I still need to hop on and chat with you.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, don't let it get wet. Why is Garrett being so extra?
Okay, Eric is
What am I
up.
being extra?
Oh, you're talking to our whole audience right now.
Eric is 16 years
Thor's
old.
being extra. Thor not being here with his so-called wedding.
Come on, girl, let's go. Good job.
All right, so we have a couple things going on here at the top Furman field. Behind us, we have the women's class is running caber. We also have the B class running caber. We have the masters pulling wob, and we have the A class is doing sheaf. So here we go.
2 years in a wheelchair.
We got JW pretty happy about that one. 24 feet, I believe, first attempt.
Peter, thank you for your service, sir.
So there he goes. Moves on to the next
I
height.
appreciate you. Peter is a miracle.
Whoa! Put your quads away, sir.
Feeling good, buddy. For next week.
All right, this young gentleman stepping up right now to the caber.
We got 6 live right now.
6 live people?
He's
A whole
stunt
6
double
people?
for
There's
Keith.
someone that thumbs up us. Oh my goodness.
Got to watch the views when it gets posted. All right, we got Willie Danzer up here. This is his second attempt. 24 feet on a 16-pound sheaf. We had a little sidebar, told him he's being lazy. Let's see if it
Come
helped.
on, David, pull it in.
There
Get
you
control,
go.
brother. There we go.
I'm basically not going to let
Big
Willie take
pull.
credit for that one. That was my coaching, 100% my coaching.
65
You cleared it.
degrees for the stunt double for each man.
Well, why did you clear it, though? Was there anything somebody told you?
Oh, thanks, Aaron George.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure we got...
Just so the folks at home know, what he lacks in neck girth, he makes up for really
Days
good,
up.
good coaching tips.
For those of you outsiders, I am made fun of religiously about the size of my head and neck. Apparently, they're small. So there you go. We have Justin Blatnick taking a pull, up and over. Justin is one of the better sheaf throwers in the southeast region. He's definitely got it down. That one was good. You were good on the right. Just don't watch it. Look back to watch it. There we got Jason Carver. Oh,
All right, Bobby.
got blocked. Kind of the
Bobby
same thing. He had a little
Bass
more
fighting with
gas
the,
on that one. He
caber
would have had the
there.
height. Just kind of hit the bar.
This young
Not
lady
enough,
right here
not
is
enough
15
power
years old,
on the
youngest
implement
lady
to
on
get
the
it up and
field,
over and knock that
youngest
bar out of the way. But he
athlete
does
on the
have
field.
one more attempt. And I wish I would have got that on camera. Yeah.
Good pull.
All right, so let's see here. So it looks like Jason's going to go ahead and take his third attempt. Everybody else had cleared. Jason, you got this, bud.
Sheaf.
Come on, be patient. So this is his third and final attempt at 24 feet up,
With a B's
and it
caber.
peaked behind the bar, unfortunately.
Come on, honey bun.
You know, that is frustrating when it didn't quite go the way you wanted it to.
There we go.
But again, this is
Caber
Jason's
Anderson
first
away from
amateur
the
A
front.
Highland Games.
Still, holy smokes.
So it's like a lot of us. You have a lot of learning to do, a lot of competition reps you need under your belt, a lot of game time scenarios you have to work through. So I'm sure he's frustrated, but he's definitely committed to getting better.
All right, Jonathan Noble's up next for the men. All right, Captain Sandbag's ready on the far end. Pizza delivery guy over there in Memphis, Tennessee.
Just take it up, bring it back, and go.
I wouldn't mess with anything you're doing. Just keep it on the right like you did.
Do it more athletically.
Just don't watch it back. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why it hooked on you. You still cleared it, but the only reason it hooked is because you watched it.
Come on, Captain Sandbag, show us
Pull
what
from
you
the
got.
right, pop it up. The crowd, the judge will let you know if it goes over. But maybe they're fooling with you, so you never know. All right, we have Garrett Blatnick here taking his first pull, I think at 26. I was not paying attention.
And that's why we call him Captain
Nice and easy, up and over though.
Clears it by about 10
I don't know, he's
feet.
shaking his head for some reason. He is a big dumb animal.
All right, we got a drop for the bees, a drop for the ladies. Up next, this young lady has been competing hard.
We have Mr. Daniel Goulet is up next. Like I mentioned before, he is a spinner, so he adds some additional movement into it. And really the whole goal of that is to get the sheaf as far on your right side and driving down
Make some noise
as
for
possible.
Gwen. Maybe she'll turn this thing. What do you say, folks? You guys sound so excited. Come on.
Pull. Unfortunately, it did
Gwen.
not go over. You know, that's one of the issues of adding a spin to the sheaf is anytime you're moving, things get more complicated. When your feet are static or when they're planted to the ground, it's a little bit easier. There's not as much going on.
All right, she's got her eyes up. She's ready to go. Slowly getting the top of the cable to move forward. There it is, big pull. Pull early.
And we have Willie Danzer up next. And he came off again on him.
Side judge says
He did let it
85
travel a
degrees.
little bit more to
Did
the
not
left on
break
that
the plane.
that
She
attempt.
was hoping for 9 o'clock. So Gwen was saying that she pulled a little early, but if the crowd hadn't been yelling, it would have turned that caber for her. See the importance. You guys thought you were just watching. It's important that you're yelling. All right, this is Lacey getting ready to throw for the ladies. This is her first games ever, but not first time doing
All right, so we
great.
have Justin Blatnick is up. Justin's good for this height and a lot more. He has really solid technique, drive down on the right, pop it up. Unfortunately, it traveled a little bit left on him, meaning the bag came off the fork just a little bit early. Sometimes that's not sticking the block on the left, sometimes that's not driving down on the right far enough. Sometimes it means you're just genetically inferior to your younger brother.
Howard Tuck next.
Thank you very much.
28
Little shout out to the staff here. They call them the MAC staff. It's out here taking care of athletes and the people running the cameras, giving us all water, taking care of everyone, doing a good job. So we certainly appreciate it. Even though it's not as hot or sunshiny as it has been in years past, you still get dehydrated if you're not constantly drinking something.
Still in for the
Excited
antique
now because you're
men.
here. You excited for next weekend because you're
Geritol dedication.
feeling
I
good?
just feel good.
Just feel good?
My body feels good, man.
Really? Is it the shorties?
All right.
I haven't had enough of it yet.
Trevor McMurray up
Start
first.
taking wad pulls. How you doing, guys?
I could do this. Nice. Good pull by Jeremy.
Had the
Jeremy's showing he's got a little gasoline in the tank there. There's a great pull. We're looking at 26 feet with a 16-pound sheaf bag. Yeah, feel good, buddy.
I think Ace
I hate not throwing, but it's the right call.
Randy McClure's up for the men.
Got a whole nother week to heal up. Throw all 9.
I got.
When's your
I
next?
got a. Huh?
When's your next?
Ace turns it again. 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
1 o'clock for Ace. Randy McClure getting set.
it's all
Jonathan up and over at 26 feet, his first attempt.
for getting ready for Blaze.
Randy, I don't know too many people who
Blaze
could
was going to be
threaten
You know who's
you
showing up
with
at
those
Blairsville?
two.
Stephen Laser, Charlie Fay, Stamps.
It stumps.
Those are the pretty good guys in the Southeast, except for Harding.
He is or isn't going?
He hasn't gone.
All right, looks like Connie's up next for the ladies. Got her own cheering section over here at Clan.
Good pull, man. Makes a lot of horsepower on it.
Trevor McMurray got scared by all that cheering.
Keep what?
Didn't know what to do with it. Oh, Caver breaks.
The guy with the hat is still walking on the water helping.
I don't know.
2 times he has wiped off.
And Trevor makes it up and
Yeah,
over.
Josh just hooked on him a little bit. If you watch where he lines up compared to the other athletes, it's a little left of the left sheaf tower. So if you pull or if you hook it at all, it's definitely going to go out of bounds.
All right, up next, Randy McClure.
All right, so we have Jason on deck here. He's had a great couple pulls so far. Let's see how he does here at 26 feet. Pull, nice block. You can tell he definitely understands the value of a good block, that coming from being a javelin thrower. And from what I understand, a pretty high level javelin thrower. So blocking that left
right,
side
Randy
and
McClure
allowing that
makes it
right
over.
side to come through on the majority of the throws, particularly the distance throws, really can translate
All
to
right,
distance.
2 men in, going to 30 feet. All right, John Allen's going to get the caber fixing kit for the ladies' caber.
So we got JW stepping up here for, I believe, his first attempt at 26 feet. I could be a liar. Walking out his distance.
All right,
Down, pop it up, up and over. Good pull.
In case you were wondering,
I believe JW has just moved up to the A class this season, coming up from the B class. So, you know, that's the whole point of it, and that's why we're able to broadcast games like this and keep growing the sport, is that it's very important we continue to get novice throwers, B throwers, get everyone in, get them better, get them in the A's, and see if they're good enough to go pro. But it's kind of scaffolding for the sport. The more exposure we have, the better it is. So JW's doing a great job making the most of his A amateur appearances. We have Daniel Goulet up. He's a spinner. And this time he clears it. Hit the bar, but he had a lot of horsepower pushing that thing up, and it's plenty to get up and over.
Trevor McMurray, ready to go. Trevor McMurray making it look easy. Randy McClure's up next. In the meantime, Eric Jenkins on the caber, ready to go. Eric Jenkins pulling just a little bit too early. Let's step over here and talk with the young masters. Young masters at 13 feet. Each one of these guys over 40 years old. All right, Eric's up next. Now, I don't know if you guys hear them yelling ice cream. They all want some Lumpy's ice cream. So if you guys want to see that weight go higher, run down and get some Lumpy's ice cream and tease them with it.
All right, we got Josh back up here on his second attempt. Again, he lines up a little bit
Christine
left.
Decker's up for the
And his second
ladies.
attempt, it looks like he may have overcompensated on the first one where he had pulled left of the standards. This one traveled right on him, but he still has a third attempt to clear 26 feet with a 16-pound
Chris
sheaf.
Chamberlain's up for the young men. Getting ready to throw 42-pound weight up and over the bar.
Willie Danzer up next.
Not quite. This young man was a waist tester for Hanes Underwear. It's true.
But over just didn't have enough power to get it over. He did step out quite a few feet away from the bar. I don't know if that's usually where he lines up or if that was unique to that pole. Willie, was that 2 or 3? That was his third and final on that height, so he's out of the sheaf competition.
All right, Terry with a good try.
So we got Josh up again. This is his third and final attempt. Again, his first at 26 feet went left. He overcompensated on the second, it went right. Let's see if he can dial it in here on the third attempt. 26 feet. Pulled, and it looks like it came off that bag early again, shot right, and he's out of the sheaf competition. Hey, come here, let me wipe your shoes.
They're a little dirty, you know? Yeah.
You gotta give it to him, he's being awesome, man.
He's being like super attentive to us. Just a little, it's weird to have someone clean my shoes.
Especially if you don't know it's coming, it may be a little,
Yeah.
but much appreciated.
Abraham Lincoln with a good try on the caber, but pulling way too late. I think he had too much speed. What do I know? I'm just an announcer.
So for those of you who are wondering what you're hearing in the background with the announcer, that is actually Buck Buchanan. So he is the owner of Lumpy's Ice Cream. He does a great job on the microphone here at the Highland Games in Greenville, South Carolina. So he's up here in the main field, keeping the entire crowd entertained.
All right, Wicked Dillbuster all the way.
That's him
from
right there.
Tampa,
He does a great
Florida.
job out here. It's a great crowd. Hopefully here in a little bit, we're gonna move to a gimbal shot when they get up to the last couple of competitors. And I'll get some good shots of the crowd, but it really is
Bill Baxter, making
very
it
supportive
over.
crowd. A lot of clan tents. It's a great festival. The weather has opened up. It looks a lot nicer out here, and that's good. That's good for viewership. That's good for people showing up, having a good time on Memorial Day weekend.
All right, John Henderson up next for the.
Yeah.
All right, so they have raised the bar up to 28
Jay
feet.
Hill's up next.
This is the 16-pound sheaf. Mr. Garrett Blatnick is going to take the first attempt.
Hill been for quite a few years. Let's see if we can cheer him up and get that caber turned over.
Up and over.
Come on, Cahill. Here we go.
Well, that's been a great thing for Garrett today. Starting with sheaf, he's looked very comfortable. And that's a good sign for him as it starts to get higher and higher. I don't believe he's had a miss yet.
All right, this young gentleman turned the caber just a little while ago. This is the monkey I'm sure if you guys make enough noise, he will turn this thing one more time. So come on, let me hear you.
Put it on backwards. Say what?
You want a plug?
You should. You should wear it when you get up there. Put it backwards.
There we go. Monkey turns it again.
I don't like wearing a hat when I throw it.
2
Messes me
o'clock
up.
for him.
Don't
All the
wear it.
aerodynamics and stuff.
His first one was 12 o'clock.
All right, we got Justin Blatnick taking an attempt at 28 feet. He's good for this and plenty more. Down, up, good block, up and over. Good pull.
All right, Rachel.
I believe he's only had one miss today, but he has been pretty consistent. And again, when you're in the southeast and you have some really good sheaf throwers and you get the opportunity to throw a 16-pound sheaf, it really means that you have to be accurate, even in those beginning heights. Looking good. You only had one miss, right? 2. Never mind, he had 2 misses. I take back everything I just said.
2. One at each. One at 24 and one at 26.
Justin, would you say the southeast is the strongest sheaf region?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think so.
I definitely think so.
We have 8 guys in at 28.
Pretty
with,
good.
With a 16-pound bag.
I have mentioned that.
Yeah.
All right, we got Jeremy up here. His first pull at 28. He had quite a bit of horsepower on 26.
He's looking good.
Yeah, he's got some gas. It's punching hard at the top, so see if he can keep it going.
Getting a bigger bite on that bag. Like, I'm not getting just the corner. I'm getting like half the bag. It doesn't flop as much.
Yeah.
It's way better. Pro tip. Semi-pro tip.
Pro tip, semi-pro tip. Up, there you go. You know what? Jeremy has a really strong block going on today too, and that's just that's putting it right over the bar each time. Next up is Jonathan Harding. He's 16-pound sheaf, 28 feet.
All right, that was Steven with a big turn. 11:30. All right, the only one with a 12 o'clock is the monkey, but he's got a lot of people barking on his heels. Got 11:50
Peaked
with
just
Shadow.
underneath the bar, so I believe that is his first
We got,
miss for the day.
Steven with a 12:45 and
But again, those
11:30.
misses can start to be pretty
Monkey,
costly
got
when
some
you get
work
up
cut out
here.
for you, brother.
You have some competitors that have already cleared 28 feet on their first attempt, so here he is. He's fallen a little behind. So we're not going to talk smack about it. I will lay down the challenge again. The Southeast is the best sheaf region out there. I believe the only event that Team South won this year
All right, Lexi Henry,
was sheaf.
all the way down from Kentucky.
That would be a fun fact.
Lexi Henry is a
If any of you out there listening, a fun fact, we want to know the last time Team North
3 years.
at the North-South Games in Florida, last time Team North won sheaf, because they sure didn't do it last year. All right, here we go. We got JW up here, getting ready to pull at 28 feet. And you know what? He's really surprised a lot of people today with his sheaf performance. He's got a lot of power. It's coming off quick. Good block.
Come on, Lexi. There you go.
Nice block. And just a little outside on the left. I do believe he has enough in the tank to get it, though. All right, so we have Jonathan Harding. He's taken his second attempt at 28 feet in the 16-pound sheaf. He did have a pretty costly miss
15
on his
feet.
first attempt.
Wicked Bill Baxter.
Let's see if he can correct that and stay in the competition here at 28 feet. Oh, and there you go. He peaked in front of the bar. He's actually moving a little bit slower than some of his other pulls today. He does have one more attempt to stay in the competition.
All right, if Bill Baxter could have got another 3.5 inches, he'd have cleared that.
For those of you who can see, we're having a little participation here from Mike Beach chiming in on the Sheaf competition.
Come on, Matt, here we go.
Got off early on him. We do encourage anyone who's watching to go ahead and comment, like, share, post, follow, do whatever you can.
Making it look easy.
But we encourage everyone to be interactive. You can tell me to shut up. You can ask me questions. You can do whatever you want to do, but you can comment live here. Texas did have quite a bunch of killers. I would agree with that.
Right,
Dickens kind of has
the
his own
ox.
technique right now that seems to be spreading. As we start to get to these top-end heights, we may see Garrett Blacknick kind of switch to that Dickens technique.
All right, the Ox is out of Nebraska. He is an out-of-work pirate. So if you've got a pirate ship in Nebraska and you need somebody to pilot it, that's your man right there.
Oh, just hit the bar.
All right, we got a man spinning over here for the Masters, so if you guys would collect your children.
All right, we have Jonathan Harding up here. I believe this is his third and final attempt.
When the weight is going to come out of hand, you can see all the
At
athletes
28
moving
feet
back.
with a 16-pound
So
sheaf.
guys, keep an eye on that weight.
Let's see if he can get it over, stay in this competition.
Be ready to move.
And it came off early. Sometimes that happens when you really start getting geeked up to apply a lot of force and a lot of pressure on that implement.
That's Tyson making it
Technique
look
kind of goes
easy.
out the window.
All right,
So he
James
throws
is up
goofy.
next.
He throws with right hand on the tines, and it went right on him. So I'm guessing he was a little shallow on his drive, and it just sailed right. So we have Jason up next, taking a crack at 28. Again, keep an eye on his block. He has a really great left block that accelerates that bag. Kicked it up, but just not enough. Ran into a little bit of traffic on the right sheaf standard. And that'll be it for him today in the sheaf competition.
You know where John is?
I do not.
All right, here we go.
I
Paul's
owe-
up.
I owe
Paul
him-
Radford.
I owe him or somebody in the position of authority an apology. So I want to find out who that is.
John Allen more than likely is going to be.
That's the John I'm looking for.
Yeah. He's usually around the athletic center, but yeah,
Oh, Paul just getting hung up on the
I know he's
handle.
wearing a gray ball cap.
Because I know, because I do the jump. And we talked about,
All right, Ben's up
we
next.
talked about I would let you know if the jump was going to put the things down.
Right.
But somebody used some initiative and put them down anyway, and I want to apologize.
Come on, here we go, Ben. 15
That
feet with a
breakdown in communication,
42-pound
because
weight.
it did
Let's
not
make
go
some
down.
noise.
So
Come
we knew a
on.
little bit ahead of time, but it was supposed to be out
Oh.
because the jump was off.
Swings
Right,
on the
unless you
caber.
pull it
Good
off.
pull. There he goes.
I'm pretty sure he's over there somewhere. And if I see him, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
Now, Gordon, just a minute ago, you dropped the caber. I'm right here. Hello. Now, what made the difference between that one where you turned it just about at 12 o'clock and the other one where when you dropped it? What
30?
What was different?
All right, so we have Garrett Blattnick getting up here. He's going to be able to take the first crack at 30 feet.
Gave me a few pointers, and I made a big difference.
All right. Well, thanks, Aaron George. We appreciate you. Gwen got a perfect turn.
Oh, did I
Here
just
we
get a
go.
shout out?
Bill Baxter.
There you go, Gwen. There you go. I got a nice little plug there for unsolicited coaching.
Bill Baxter, a happy man. Clearing
Garrett says since he hasn't been
15
using
feet.
the tack, he's going to use our hat, and then he throws it in the corner. So I guess he's not really
Bill,
using the
how
hat
come all
either.
your friends are less than 3 feet high?
So here we go. Garrett is taking his first crack at 30 feet, 16-pound sheaf. I believe Garrett has cleared 36 with a 16-pound sheaf, so he's got some more horsepower to go, but you got to get there first. So here we go, first attempt. Up, there you go. Plenty of height to spare, and that's good. Garrett very much
All
is a
right,
rhythm
James,
thrower when it
getting
comes
the
to
handle
sheaf.
hung on the bar.
And if it feels a little wonky out of the
Oh,
gate,
Radford's up
he's been known
next.
to have some issues, but I believe he has cleared every height on the first try today, so he's
Now,
definitely
look, folks,
feeling it.
We're at 15 feet. They're throwing a 42-pound weight. And in general, at any Highland Games, you should be winning. You should be number 1 at 15 feet. And we have 8 people still in. Nice kilt, by the way.
I love
All
it.
right,
Thank
here
you
we
very
go.
much. Daniel up. Oh, there you go. Good job, Daniel. So you had that spin technique. You had Daniel
There
delay.
it is.
It's kind of a high risk, high reward, but it definitely paid off that time, clearing 30 feet on his first attempt.
All right, this young man, Ben, stepping up right now. This is his
Plenty left
first
in the tank.
Highland
Oh, this is my
Games
phone.
ever. And he is up at 15 feet in the weight over bar.
42.
He's
42.
over 40.
So Justin Blatnick, first attempt, 30 feet.
Come on, Ben. Here we
Nice
go,
block.
man.
That's interesting because that was a good
Oh, he had
pull.
the height,
I just
man.
don't know if he had enough oomph to
Justin
get it over.
Blatnick over on the far side
Michael
with the
Bublé.
ace.
So Justin's gonna have to dig a little deeper. He's got 2 more attempts at 30 feet.
Don't go anywhere. That is not rain. That's sweat coming up the
Church
athletes.
could throw it pretty high before he became a player.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Not quite
Justin,
enough.
excuse me, Garrett Blatnick learning the subtleness
That's
of
why
a
she's
live
called
microphone.
ace. Now,
Subtle.
as you start walking, don't forget to stop by Lumpy's Ice Cream on your way.
Hey, do you want to throw that in or what? You want to hide that?
Come on, Ben. Third and final try. 15 feet. You can do this.
Come on, Jeremy.
Come on, Ben. Relax. Take it easy. You got it. There
Good.
it is.
Holy smokes, man. I tell you what, Jeremy Wallace is having a great sheaf day today. He just has a ton of horsepower. He has a great pull, solid block, and I don't believe he's missed one yet. So he cleared his first attempt at 30. We still have 4 people left in this competition. Justin, Jeremy, Daniel, and Garrett Blatnick. So here we go. It is now starting to rain here on the field. It's not
All
just
right,
a little
Justin
drizzle, it's
Blatnick's
definitely
up
rain.
next. Come on, folks.
And that's one of the great things of the Highland Games competition
Let's
is
hear it
rain
for
does not
Justin.
stop competition. There you go.
There it is.
And there's a big time pull from Justin. Rain coming down, second attempt at 30 feet. Nice and easy. Going back to the weather, they do not stop the competition for rain. They will stop it if you see lightning anywhere around it. Being by 40-foot metal poles is not the best when there's lightning in the area, but so far no lightning, just rain, and we will continue the competition. We have a second attempt here at 30 feet. It'll pull, not enough oomph to get it over the bar. Good pull though. I'm trying to be you, but to the entire world. We got Buck Buchanan busting my chops over here. Again, he's doing the announcing for the actual games today. He does a phenomenal job. He is a grizzled veteran. He's done it a long time. He's really good at getting everyone engaged, getting the athletes smiling, laughing on the field. We got a little pause in the action here. Looks like Justin's talking to, I can't see who he's talking to, but he's giving him a little advice on how to get this bag over 30 feet. And honestly, if you want to take sheaf advice from anyone, it's probably Justin. Good pull, and there you go. There's a nice little shout out there for Justin. Great job. Whatever little advice he gave him seemed to have worked. Up and over 30 feet with the 16-pound sheaf.
Wicked Bill Baxter getting ready for 16 feet.
Justin is the owner-operator of Strength Empire. It's a gym and training facility in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I believe that's just outside of Charlotte, closer to the lake area. And then again, I could be completely wrong, but I do know it is Strength Empire. So Justin's a great coach. He's great at setting up programming, good at breaking down throws. He's a good competitor. You can see he's right next to his brother there, who's just... No. Garrett thinking he is the alpha on the field, which is cute. Though he is a big mongo of a man, he is definitely not the alpha. Nor is it me, it's actually some of these masters here.
No, I guess they're fine, whatever.
Looks like we're having a little break in the rain here. Sun's kind of coming out, hiding, coming out. We got our system with an umbrella over it here. We'll have somebody take a picture. Got a little break in the rain. Justin having another little chat with Garrett. Garrett's going to dig into the bag and take his first attempt at 32 feet.
All right, I'm over here with the A's
Do we have
now.
clearance for lunch?
Do you have your phone?
It's over there.
I need somebody to take a pic.
Have you?
Like with this setup and the...
We are at 32
And, like, take a
feet
good
with
pic.
5 athletes still in.
Your foot.
Yes. That's what you do. You ask somebody to take a picture. It's like, this is horrible.
Or are you taking it yourself? I do
I
that.
tell you
I
what,
did,
the
yes.
athletic
First
practice
one,
sure did
absolutely.
pull together
Especially
a
somebody
great
else's
band of
camera.
athletes.
Where you're just like,
We've got
you're making his
5
face like-
athletes still in at 32 feet.
And you're actually taking video.
Pretty much
You're like,
unheard of.
say cheese.
All right, hang on. I got to do another one. Or you doing
Garrett
horizontal?
Blattnick
Yeah.
up
Oh, wait a
first.
minute. I got to do one long ways.
I want to do vertical. I'm going to do horizontal. All right, so we have Garrett taking his first
Somebody
attempt at
collect your
32
child.
feet, 16-pound sheaf. Oh,
Oh, just under.
yeah, he definitely had the height, ran into the bar,
Not bad for a pizza
not enough to
delivery
knock it
guy,
out.
huh?
No. I just weighed in so I can enter my scores.
You have to throw the 56?
Yep.
We
there's
actually
no-
have 2 lightweight athletes talking right now, and it sounds like kittens yawning.
I'm not
It's so
official
adorable.
lightweight yet.
It is so
Oh,
adorable.
yawning. I don't know.
Yawning.
I don't know how a cat. Oh,
Kittens.
I didn't know kittens yawn.
They
And
do.
there's a sound with it.
All
All
animals.
right, Dan Goulet's up next.
He really upset Gwen with that comment.
Don't disrespect me.
Oh, Daniel, just a hair under the bar. You look good.
I know I didn't put enough on it. That back sucks.
The bag sucks. Well, maybe you suck.
No.
Like, that couldn't be it.
That couldn't be it.
All right, we got a little break in the rain here, which is nice, which means I can drink some more Pinot Grigio out of my Camelback.
Shorties. How much have you finished that? Are you drinking a cup? You drinking a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Is this how you enjoy your Highland Games when you're not throwing?
Yeah. It's pretty great, too.
Pro tip?
Pro tip. So we got Mr.
All right,
Justin
Justin's up
Blatnick.
next. Justin is a CrossFit instructor. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Now he runs a pizza joint. He runs a pizza joint. We got Buck busting Justin's chops here, but everybody's having a good time. Justin, first attempt. Oh,
You all right?
got a little geeked up. Bag came off
Yeah.
really early. He had a
Too much
shallow
cross
drive
fit,
on the
not
right,
real weight.
off early on the left.
Richmond Jones is up next.
If I play music, will everything get kicked off?
All right, Richmond brought in half the church. He's a charismatic preacher.
I got
Says his
to throw your
favorite part of the whole thing
on
is the
over there.
snakes.
Richmond.
I feel like that's a lie, but
No, it is.
it is a lie.
It isn't.
Oh,
Hey, Richmond, first
There you
one
go.
cleared.
he had Richmond is now taking the lead in the sheaf toss competition.
All right,
He was the
that's,
first to clear
that's a
32 feet
Warhawk
with the 16-pound
Highland
sheaf.
fork
That is
there.
a
So if you're
great
looking
pull
to get
right
a
there.
fork
Good
that
for him.
Just help Richmond turn the sheaf.
So we have Jeremy
Check
Wallace
out
up next,
Warhawk.
taking his second attempt, I believe, at 32 feet. It could be his first. I don't know. We'll see.
Jeremy's up next.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
he definitely would have had the height, ran into the bar. Car crash, knocked it down. Jeremy, was that first or second? That was his first. So that was his first attempt. That's not too bad for him. He's still up there, I believe, tied for second, maybe third. So we
All
have
right,
Garrett
next
here.
is Captain Sandbag. Garrett Gladnick, professional pizza driver. Promises hot and fresh every time.
We got Buck here now busting Garrett's chops.
All right, let's
This is
hear
his
it for
second
Garrett.
attempt
Come
at
on,
32
make some
feet
noise.
with a 16-pound sheaf bag. There you
There
go.
it is. Sits on the bar and comes back
He
down.
got that good roll at the top. Call that the karma roll. You're living life right. You're doing the right thing. That bag's going to go over the bar. You're being a jerk, being bad, living life, sinning. That bar is going to let you know. Good job, Garrett. All right, we have Mr. Daniel Goulet up next.
Oh, taking a bad turn on the bar. That was Daniel Goulet. Goulet. Sorry about that. All right, if you want to train in the Highland Games, check out Gladnick CrossFit and Highland Training. $25, you can go to one of Jared's or Justin's Highland Games training seminars.
All right, we got Justin's second attempt is a no-go. So we're gonna actually try and move this to the gimbal and get some different kind of footage
All right,
here,
Jeremy's
as
up
we only have a
next.
couple guys left.
Jeremy's a graduate.
bear with
of
me
the
just
Gladnick
a second.
CrossFit and Highland Games training. Oh, did not take the proper roll.
Step forward this far. Jeremy, if you do this. Jeremy, if you
All right, Daniel's third and final opportunity to clear this height. He's going to need some help, ladies
All right,
and gentlemen.
here we are. We've moved to the
Let's make
gimbal, so we're gonna
noise
give
for
some
Daniel. Help him out.
different shots here. See how we go.
you got this!
Come on, Daniel.
Daniel got a little bit too excited trying to throw it over to the other, to the Glen Montgomery tent. Justin Blatnick's up next.
Hey, where are you sharing this to, by the way?
I mean, Highland Games live YouTube.
The YouTube?
Yeah.
It's HD Live or Highland Games Live? Full. Stephanie's asking.
It should say HG Live.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Wicked Bill Baxter ready.
Let's go. My bad. Sorry, viewers. Let's go.
Bill Baxter not quite making it over. Jared Blatnick not quite making it over either. Justin.
Oh, you got up. I can't take a picture.
All right, this gimbal.
All right, Jeremy's up. Come on, Jeremy, over and over. Oh, yeah! There he is. Now he credits all that to the Blatnick CrossFit and Highland training. We got 3 left in. Going up to 34. Jeremy, Richmond, and Garrett.
All right, we're having a little technical difficulties here trying to switch to the gimbal because it's being a piece of crap. That ain't gonna work.
A little bit really happy with that. Hey, you want me to take a picture? Roll it back out.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, viewing audience. We took a little attempt at, hold on, I can't see me here. We took an attempt at running the gimbal here for Sheaf. It's not quite ready. It's not calibrated yet. This is one of the difficulties of just having one person doing this and trying to get some better action shots. So the guys right now are getting ready to raise the bar, I believe, to 34 feet. Hey, Garrett, is this 34? 34. So we're at 34 feet right now at the Amateur A competition in the Greenville Highland Games, the Galbraith Highland Games in Greenville, South Carolina, held in Furman University. So I'm going to try and mess with the gimbal off camera here a little bit, but we're going to put the action back on the athletes. Do we have 2, 3?
We got 3 in.
We have 3 still in it, 34, 16-pound Sheaf here at Greenville Highland Games. So here we go. God, you guys are pulling like crazy, man.
Yeah. That's smooth.
Especially with that back.
Smooth.
You guys are.
Smooth you look. Get your umbrella out.
All right, so
That
we
bag
have.
is a little, it's kind of funky, but it's loose.
All right, Garrett Blatnick up.
We got Garrett up, first attempt at 34.
feet.
Come on.
Right, here we go. See what he's got in him. He definitely had the height. It just traveled a little left on him. You send that to my phone, Justin? All right, so this rain's starting back up again. We got the umbrella out. It's just not gonna work with the gimbal right now. Is the thing's being a piece of shit. In the wise words of Spencer Tyler, I will try to unfuck this thing. I don't know that it wants to be unfucked. All right, so next up we have Richmond, who has just been a real surprise here in Sheaf today. Taking a big pull at 34,
Right,
just
that was
not
Richmond.
enough in the tank, and out left.
All right, Jeremy getting a little coaching. His mentor and trainer.
All right, so we have Jeremy Wallace taking an attempt here at 34 feet. His first pull. Holy smokes, man. Jeremy is on damn fire today, and he is fired up about it. That is a great pull, 34
Captain
feet
Sandbag
with a
up next.
16-pound Sheaf. Jeremy is definitely having a career Sheaf day. Jeremy, good pull, bud.
Meantime, they're getting the
Good pull,
standard
man.
set for the Young Masters going to 17
That's good to see that.
feet.
This is helping reinforce what I said before. The Southeast has
I was
some
just
phenomenal
talking with
sheaf
the
throwers.
ox over there with the young Masters, and
So we got Garrett Blatnick up next, working his way into the bag, finding the right spot. And he's going to take another attempt here at 34 feet. We still have a little bit of rain coming down. It seems to be slowing just a bit. Sun's peeking out. Let's see what these guys can do. Come on, Garrett. Big pull, buddy. Garrett Blatnick, second attempt at 34 feet.
Garrett at 32 feet.
34 bucks wrong.
Captain Sandbag. Here we go. Come on, folks. Make some noise.
Justin. Hey, Garrett. It's 34, right? Yeah. You're wrong, Buck. Yeah, Buck was wrong. All right, so we're sitting here 34 feet. That was Garrett's second attempt. Jeremy is the only competitor that has cleared it so far. And we have Richmond up next. And again, he's been just a big surprise here at Sheaf today. He's getting a little bit of coaching from Justin. Kind of trying to help him get the bag up and over the bar, stay in this competition. Second attempt, 34 feet, 16-pound sheaf bag. And he seems like he's running a little short on power to really get that bag up and over.
All right, that was Richmond. Just barely missing. Just stopped over to Clan McKenzie. Clan McKenzie got a big cooler full of nice cold
So we got
drinks
Justin
and offered
Blatnick
one up
here.
to me.
Again, he is taking his
Hats off to
third
Clan McKenzie.
and final attempt here at 34 feet, 16-pound sheaf bag. I know Garrett has cleared 36 feet before. He even did it this season, so he's got it in the tank. He just has to have the right amount of technique with the right amount of power.
Miller over for the old guys, getting ready for 17 feet. Throwing a 42-pound weight.
Garrett taking a little breather, stepping out of the box, kind of getting his mind right.
Kevin's a spinner, so pay attention if you're over there by the
Every
stand.
thrower has their own little routine that they like implementing when they step up or step underneath the standards. Some people step up and go. Some people go to someplace visually. They count out their
Kevin
steps.
Miller getting ready for 17 feet.
There's a lot of ritual going on with this particular event.
Garrett Blatnick getting ready
Garrett
for
Blatnick,
the,
third and final attempt.
34 feet.
34 feet.
Men's sheaf.
Pull. There he goes. And that is a big time pull for him. Jeremy kind of had him dead to rights there.
Not quite enough muscle
And this
on
competition is going to continue. So Garrett lives to fight an additional height, hitting 34 feet. So we have two amateur competitors right now with the 16-pound sheaf. Jeremy Wallace and Garrett Blatnick have both cleared 34 feet and will be moving on. Be interested to see if they opt to go to 36 or if they're going to go up by 1 foot and go to 35. The gamesman in me would say if I was Garrett and I got to pick, I would go to 36 because you know he's cleared it before. And I'm pretty sure Jeremy's in PR territory right now. Got one more athlete, has one more attempt, 34 feet.
17 feet just cleared over there at the men's masters.
If you get to pick, I would go 36. You know you've cleared it. Hey, but Garrett. Yeah. So essentially, this got to do it for the win because he's got you on countbacks right now. But you know you've hit
Getting ready for
36.
17 feet.
There we go, a little sidebar conversation with Garrett. He's going to go for the win here, so it's big. They're going to go to 36
Not
feet.
quite enough. Looks like
And right now, Jeremy is beating him because he cleared 34 feet on his first attempt. Garrett cleared it on his third, meaning Jeremy is currently beating him.
two
But
people in going to 36 feet.
Garrett has opted to go up 2 more feet to 36 because he knows he's hit this height. And again, Jeremy is at his threshold so far, but you know, the way he's been throwing this afternoon, he may have it in the tank as well. Jeremy's pretty good about going to that dark place, getting fired up and pulling one out. Great sheaf competition here at Greenville Highland Games.
right, as we got a little break in the action for the men's A's, going to 36 feet, 2 athletes in. The Sheaf is an American event for the Highland Games, and it basically comes straight off the farm. One farmer saying, I can throw the hay higher than you.
No, Bo.
The other one saying, I doubt it. All right, Garrett Blatnick.
All right, so here we go. We have Garrett Blatnick, his first attempt at 36 feet, 16-pound sheaf. Actually, going to have to make a little adjustment on the camera here because the sheaf standards are so high right now. Oh, you know what? It had a little extra pump at the end.
Looked like it
Hit the bar blocked it. It was a good pull. He's got to put a little more oomph in it next time. It's good to see it didn't fly off left. It didn't hook right. So his technique was dialed in. He's just got to put a little more muscle in it.
If you clear this, you could be in the lead.
That is high, yes.
You could be the winner right here.
Jeremy is in the lead, yes.
Finished fourth.
What'd you clear? 32?
All right, no pressure. You got to make this one. Come on, big man. Here we go.
We got Jeremy's first attempt at 36. He's been having a hell of a sheaf day. Bump, just not enough.
I just got a little wet.
It did, a little bit. That's all right. That's all right. All right, so that was both Garrett and Jeremy's first attempts. Either cleared it.
Kevin Miller trying awful hard to hit 17 feet over there.
I think he needs to smack. I think that's smacking.
He may come after you too, you don't know.
Throw something at him.
Want to make a couple of
Trip 'em
announcements.
up.
Again, want to welcome everybody to the 2018 Greenville Scottish Games. Want to make sure that you go to gallopray.com. That's GALLABR.
So again, Garrett's stepping out of the sheep box right now.
Which is the
Kind of getting in his mind right, getting in the right place. He's got 2 more attempts at this height. But you definitely don't want to have to take them both. If you can get it done right now, he definitely wants to. Garrett has plenty of strength, plenty of power. It's just whether or not he can apply it with the right technique to get over 36 feet, 16 pounds.
Brand new 2018 Greenville Scottish Games t-shirt. Make sure you pick one of those up. Also, make sure you go by the clan tents. They are full of fun and excitement and Scottish heritage. You may be able to trace your Scottish roots with the help
Here we go,
of one
Garrett
of the clan
Blatnick,
members
second
as
attempt,
well.
36 feet.
And have you ever seen
Let's
so
see what he
many
does.
beautiful automobiles in one place? Either way, make sure you stroll by the beautiful shaded mall at Furman University.
So it was under the bar. I couldn't
and
tell.
enjoy the
Actually, it definitely
exciting,
peaked under the bar, but I don't know if it had the
British classic
height.
car show, sponsored by the Southeastern British Motor Car Owners
Angles are a
Club.
little bit funny back
This
here,
year's
difficult to
featured
see.
make is the MG.
Either way, he needs to make sure he's peaking earlier or in front of the bar.
Another season of
Or
heavy
right at the bar,
athletics is
rather.
underway.
Put a little more
Now,
juice on
these
it.
athletes compete rain or shine, as you've seen. Their dedication is that strong, and so are their muscles. Many years, Greenville tends to be the final proving ground before an athlete turns pro. So make sure you pull up a seat if you haven't, and cheer all of these athletes on.
All right, we have
victory, and make
Jeremy
sure
going
you
here on
show
his
them
second
your
attempt,
support.
36 feet. Let's see if he can dig deep and get one
Jeremy
over.
at 36 feet. Here it is.
It hooked on him. He opened up that chest, opened up those shoulders, and kind of was looking to see where it went before he'd applied all the power he needed to that
Also
pole.
want to make sure that you know that the Greenville Scottish Games is not just for adults. You need to venture over to Wee Scotland, where the lads and lasses from miles around will enjoy the largest and fairest games around. They'll rest well after tossing sheep, climbing walls, running races, and hitting the bullseye at the archery range. They'll meet such inspirational people as Braveheart, Merida, Seamus, and the always popular Woods Fairies. They'll learn about Scottish history, traditions, food, and culture. Wee Scotland is a joy for all agers, and it's sponsored by Print Tech, International Plastics, and Safe Kids Upstate.
On what to do? the last one, peeks behind. You're dialed in as far as left to right. You're right in the fucking center. You gotta go harder. You need to apply more force.
Holy smokes, looks like the men's masters are going to 18 feet.
Yeah, I'm doing Dickens.
Go down hard. Keep it
That's
on your right. and then
amazing.
Go. What?
Jared Gladnick getting ready for his third and final attempt
Right. Don't get you right.
at 36 feet.
Quicker. Yeah. I'll let you know. Stay on that right.
All right, here we go, folks. Let's make some noise for Jared Gladnick. Let's help him get it up and over that bar. Come on, man.
So we have
Let's
Garrett's
let him hear you in
third
North
and final
Carolina.
attempt
Come
here.
on.
Oh, he just didn't have it. Some days you do, some days you don't. And if you take a look at that bag, it's a longer bag. It's kind of
This is Jeremy's third and final attempt.
kind of drags a little bit. It's a little bit different to you. So sometimes the way the implement's shaped
He can win this event
really kind of
right
alters
here.
how well you're going
All
to
the
throw it,
marbles.
especially if you're used to something else. So I know Buchanan said all the marbles, but technically Jeremy has already won this competition on countbacks on 34.
All right, here we go, folks. Let's
But here he
make some
goes, big
noise.
pull on 36. Come on, Jeremy, big
Third
pull,
and final
brother.
attempt.
Good pull, and just out in front. He definitely ripped that shoulder open early again, but again, he's getting fired
Big
up.
round of applause for
and that's
all
how it
the
works.
athletes competing in the Sheaf cross. We're going to step over with the men's masters.
All right, so there it is. That was a long one. We're looking at an hour and 22 minutes on the Galbraith Highland Games in Greenville, South Carolina, the Amateur A competition, Sheaf competition. Again, this was pretty impressive. It's always awesome to see all these different amateur athletes over 30 with a 16-pound sheaf. And he had 2 athletes taking attempts at 36. You had 2 that cleared 34. So I said it a lot. I'll say it again. The Southeast is pretty damn good at sheaf. This was a great competition, great to watch. And you had Jeremy Wallace taking it home, which is great. So we're going to pause a little bit. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to do my best to get the gimbal working so we can get some really awesome footage of the caber for the amateur A competition. I don't know if it's going to work. So we'll take a little break here. Again, you're watching Highland Games Live, brought to you by Throwbros.com. And yeah, we'll see you in just a little bit.